For a murdered 16-year-old girl, the family of Theus is asking for the public's help in capturing her killer. The girl's body was found on the side of the 110 freeway on January 8th, and Eyewitness News reporter Leanne Suter is live.
He saw the sadness in her eyes, a kind of hurt he couldn't fix. He held her tight, a father's arms trying to mend a world that was already broken. "Stay with me," he pleaded. He begged her to stay. He begged her to stay and never let go. But she did let go. She pulled away, a teenager leaving to meet friends, promising she'd be okay. He watched her go, a knot of dread tightening in his stomach. The next morning, a call came that would change his life forever. Have you ever said goodbye to someone you love, not knowing it would be the last time? Have you ever had a simple moment of farewell become a memory you relive again and again? A 16-year-old girl's body was found dumped on the side of the 110 freeway in Los Angeles. She was a daughter, a student, a golfer. She was Tioni Theus. The initial shock of her death quickly gave way to a storm of questions that still rage today. What was Tioni doing on that freeway? And who would be so cruel to leave her there? Her case wasn't just a murder. It was a ghost of a much larger problem. Authorities found evidence she may have been a victim of human trafficking, pulled into a world of exploitation no child should ever know. But as the investigation unfolded, the silence was deafening. Her story was met with a devastating lack of attention, a stark contrast to other high-profile cases. Her family was left to fight a lonely battle for justice, a fight they shouldn't have had to wage.
We're talking about a 16-year-old. And we're not talking about an adult. We're talking about a 16-year-old child. Yeah. She was thrown on the side of the freeway like trash, and she's a child. She meant something to her family.
To be left on the side of the street on the roadway, 16 years of age, it's just insanity. The evil that's behind that, to take a life, a young promising life.
This story is a look at what happens when a community's pleas are ignored. What happens when a child's life is tragically cut short? And most importantly, what does her case reveal about the justice we deliver and the justice we don't? Before we go deeper into this story, consider subscribing to help us bring you more true crime stories like Tioni's. And if you're already a part of the True Crime Footprint family, thank you. You're helping us ensure these stories get the attention they deserve. Welcome to True Crime Footprint, where we unveil the darkest mysteries and the most terrifying true crime tales. Kindly hit that like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss any of our new stories. Your support keeps these stories alive. Tioni Theus wasn't a statistic. She was a vibrant 16-year-old girl with a love for golf and a bright smile. But that smile began to fade in 2019. Her mother, Teresa, was critically injured in a hit-and-run, forcing her into an assisted living facility. At just 13, Tioni's world was turned upside down. She moved in with her father, but the emotional void left by her mother's absence was a wound that wouldn't heal. Her trauma became her vulnerability. The happy girl who loved golf started to change, searching for a sense of stability that no longer existed. Her father watched, helpless, as she began to disappear for extended periods. Her cousin, Nafisa Kinsey, later explained that after the accident, Tioni began to rebel. Her father was powerless to stop it.
She just left. So I picked her up, she was crying, I kissed her, gave her a hug. I didn't know it was going to be the last kiss. But I felt good telling her I love her.
Out of another top story, the murder of Tioni Theus, her father speaking out, remembering his 16-year-old daughter, whose body was found on the side of a freeway off-ramp in South LA. It's been 2 weeks since Theus was killed, and the questions surrounding her death are mounting.
Fox 11's Christina Gonzalez is live in Inglewood. And Christina, what an interview with that father today.
You know, and her father is a very well-known longtime shop owner here in Inglewood, which is, as far as we know, the last place where she was seen alive by a family member. Watch.
That was my baby girl.
Darian Jackson's baby girl was Tioni Theus. The 16-year-old was found shot to death at the Manchester on-ramp of the 110 freeway in South LA. The night before, she told her dad she was going to a party.
She just slept. So I picked her up, she was crying, I kissed her, gave her a hug. I didn't know it was gonna be the last kiss. So I feel like something was really wrong that night when she came.
You had a feeling?
I begged her to stay. I said, just stay with me.
Tioni had struggled since her mother was so badly injured in a hit and run. The mom is now living in a rehabilitation facility due to her injuries.
She said, nobody loved me. Because her mom, she's the only person who loved me was my mom. I said, that's not true. I love you.
Tioni's case is in the hands of CHP investigators who say they don't believe she was shot where she was found. Her family has been holding vigils, trying to get more coverage for the case, which has gotten less attention than other recent murders, like that of furniture store employee Brianna Kaffer in Hancock Park.
It's troubling and disturbing because she was a young girl, 16 years old, who was shot to death and body was dumped in the freeway like she was garbage.
We live in two different worlds. You got the rich people, you got the poor people, or middle class people, and we on the other side. You know, if I was a rich person, they probably would have found the killer by now. Who knows? But I think the Highway Patrol, I talked to him. He's a good detective. He said he's doing everything he can.
The case has definitely gotten our attention, and of course, it's top priority, trying to, finalize this case and get justice for the family. So, the difference is obviously we don't have surveillance cameras like, other types of incidents that might be occurring in other areas. So, of course, we rely a lot on the public, right, to call us and, did you see anything?
Investigators and Tioni's father are asking anyone, please come forward.
I can't take it. I don't have no more left in me.
What does her case reveal about the justice we deliver and the justice we don't? Tioni's emotional vulnerability was noticed by the wrong people. Her cousin later revealed that a man in his 20s contacted Tioni on Instagram, manipulating her. This wasn't just teenage defiance. It was a young girl being exploited. He forced her into sex work and shoplifting. On January 7th, Tioni visited her father. He saw her distress and pleaded with her to stay. She left anyway, telling him she was meeting an unnamed friend. That simple goodbye was their last. If you're finding Tioni's story as heartbreaking as we are, kindly hit the like button. It helps us know what content you want to see. The next morning, Tioni's body was found on the 110 freeway. She had been shot twice in the neck and dumped on the roadside. The location, near Figueroa Street, a place known for prostitution, raises a chilling question. Was this just a random spot, or a grim clue connected to her exploitation?
$110,000 now a Roxy F for information leading to the capture and conviction of the killer or killers of Tioni Theus. Let's go to the video. That announcement was made by the DA, and that money is a combination of state, county, and city funds. Everyone hoping that the money will serve as incentive for someone to come forward and do the right thing and give police the information they need to find the killer. Theus's body was found on January 8th on the side of a freeway on-ramp. The teenager had been shot to death, her body dumped on the side of the freeway. LA County's District Attorney George Gascon says she was last seen leaving her home in Compton on January 7th when she reportedly told her dad she was meeting a friend and going to a party. Subsequent investigation, the DA says, indicates a 16-year-old may have been the victim of human traffickers.
If we could bring awareness and justice for Tioni, it would bring awareness to the greater problem, which is young girls are being taken advantage of, they're being murdered.
Now, the last 3 weeks, investigators have been spent tracking down anyone that she may have been in contact with. This as family mourns the loss of a life that, of course, had so much promise.
What does her case reveal about the justice we deliver and the justice we don't. The California Highway Patrol led the investigation, and a critical detail emerged. The Los Angeles County District Attorney stated there was evidence indicating that this young girl may have been the victim of human trafficking. Yet, Tioni's case received little attention. Just days later, Brianna Kupfer, a white woman, was murdered. Her case saw extensive media coverage, a massive reward of $250,000, and a quick arrest. The reward for Tioni eventually reached $120,000, but the initial response was starkly different. Why the imbalance? Tioni's family fought back, holding vigils and press conferences. They felt their daughter's life wasn't valued as much. The family's grief was compounded by a haunting fact. This wasn't their first loss. Tioni's 19-year-old brother was murdered years prior, a case that also remains unsolved. What does her case reveal about the justice we deliver and the justice we don't? So who killed Tioni Theus? What was the motive? And why did her case receive such a different response? These questions linger, haunting her family and a community still waiting for answers. There has been no justice and no closure for her father, who had to bury two of his children. Tioni's story is a painful reminder that even a child's life can be forgotten, that systemic biases can dictate who gets attention and who does not. Did you catch the moment her father said goodbye? Rewind and pay close attention to his words. They hold a chilling weight we can now fully understand. Tioni's story, for all its tragedy, contains vital lessons that could protect others. First, be aware of online predators. Traffickers use social media platforms like Instagram to find and groom vulnerable young people. They create a false sense of affection and trust. If a stranger is offering gifts or a lifestyle that feels too good to be true, it is. Second, recognize and address vulnerability. Tioni's family trauma made her susceptible to exploitation. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or a difficult home life, seeking help from a trusted adult, school counselor, or professional can be a crucial lifeline. Tioni's family is still waiting. If you have any information, no matter how small, please contact the California Highway Patrol. And if you want to support our mission to bring light to stories like Tioni's, share this video. Let's make sure her story is never forgotten. What does her case reveal about the justice we deliver and the justice we don't? Our hearts ache for Tioni's family. Words feel inadequate, but please know you are held in deepest sympathy and prayers. May you find strength and comfort in the memories of Tioni. Thank you for watching, for your attention, and for joining us on this journey of reflection. Stay informed, stay vigilant, and above all, stay safe. See you on our next video.